Good evening. Please rise for the presentation of the colors. Color Guard members tonight include officers of the Tigard Police Department, Gabe Maldonado and Megan Lynn, as well as our very own Staff Sergeant Gus Jaramillo of the 141st Brigade of the National Guard. Graduates of the class of 2018, please be seated. Thank you, Jim Irving and the Tigard High School Band. Good evening, and welcome to Tigard High School's commencement ceremony for the class of 2018. I am Andy Van Fleet, the principal of Tigard High School, and I am very pleased to be here with you all tonight to celebrate this memorial evening. I would like to say thank you to the Color Guard for honoring us with their presentation, and I would like to ask all past, current, and future military service personnel to stand. Let us honor you for your service and the sacrifices you have made or may be asked to make for our country. Please be seated. Representative Margaret Doherty is here. Thank you for attending tonight. And at this time, I'd also like to introduce our guests who are sharing the stage with me this evening. I will start by introducing our school board members who give freely and generously of their time in service to us all. Our board chair, Jill Zerschmied, board vice chair, Terry Burnett, and our three board members, Karen Emerson, Sharon Fox, and Maureen Wolf. I would also like to introduce and thank our Assistant Superintendent, Karen Twain, for her support and guidance this past year. And a special thank you is reserved for our Superintendent, Ernie Brown, who is also graduating this year after 30 years in the Tigard-Tualatin School District. He taught at Tigard High School, was an administrator at Tigard High School, and has deep ties to this building and community. It is only fitting that he leaves this stage for the last time in the same fashion as our seniors, with a diploma. Here is your diploma, Ernest Leroy Brown. To my associate principals, Annalita Miller, Andrew Curl, and Tyler Davila, thank you for your support and dedication for our students. And thank you, graduation advisors, and to all those staff members who have worked hard to plan, organize, and attend to the many details that make graduation a successful ceremony. I am also pleased to recognize our outstanding teachers and support staff, both at Tigard High School and throughout the district. Your skills, hard work, and passion for helping students have made this day possible. If you are a staff member of Tigard High School, Durham Center, Hub, or Tigard-Tualatin Online Academy, please stand. Thank you for your dedication. Finally, and with much appreciation, the graduating class would like to recognize the parents and guardians of the class of 2018 for the tremendous support you have given your students and our schools over the years. Parents and guardians of the class of 2018, please stand and remain standing for a moment so we can acknowledge you. Come on, parents. Seniors, please be seated. Walking into the stadium tonight, I could not help but notice the changes to our tennis courts as construction teams have rolled in and will begin a multi-year renovation that will forever change the image of Tigard High School. Change is all around us, and to thrive, we must adapt to change. College and career life is much different and more demanding than these 4 years have been, but will be equally or much more rewarding. The jobs many of you will hold 10 years from now have not yet been created. We are in a transformational era of technology, and we need to continue to embrace this change. You are in a powerful area where you can harness new technology, including social medias, and build a dynasty of relationships and lifelong networks. This class has transformed over the past 4 years, and I am proud of the bridges that they have built while supporting each other. Resiliency, support, honesty, and integrity are the traits that I see in this class, and together you have persevered and thrived. In just over 2 years, construction here will be complete, and Tigard High School will have transformed, evolved, and fundamentally improved. I believe the same incredible transformations will happen to each and every one of you as you continue to work hard, dedicate yourselves to careers, and continue to focus on your futures. Parents, you can see in your programs, we have students sitting here tonight who have been accepted to some of the top academic colleges in the country, and 80% of them are enrolling in some type of post-secondary education, military, or trade school. Let me give you some examples that help define this class. Will students wearing a cord, sash, or medallion please stand and be recognized? Thank you. The accomplishments that they have are many, as you can see. In this group are 26 4.0 valedictorians, 10 IB diploma recipients, which is the most rigorous high school curriculum in the world, 53 IB certificated students, 102 students in front of you have 3.75 GPAs or above. 254, that's 57%, took IB classes their senior year. 98 of these students are honor school members and have a 3.5 GPA and over 9 honors classes. 38 seniors completed at least one IT certification and 31 completed multiple. These are things that can go straight to the workforce for high-paying jobs, and they just earned them at Tigard High School. 12 seniors completed our inaugural computer science course and earned 48 hours of college credit this year. Senior dance team members helped with a state title, and our band program defended its 6th consecutive title in a row. And your very own Joey Cavalli received a full appointment to the United States Naval Academy that could be worth up to $400,000. We had 284 seniors take at least one dual credit class, and collectively they completed 607 dual credit classes, which saved parents approximately $349,000. This class of 2018 has also been offered over $4 million in scholarships. Tigard High School is recognized statewide for our athletics, our activities, and arts. Our 17 sports all qualified for state playoffs, and many of our programs brought home hardware for trophy cases. Our football and cross-country teams were first place in our 6A GPA category. They were the highest GPAs in the state of Oregon. We continually strive for excellence and have high expectations, which is why Tigard High School is one of the best in the state. We also have an award-winning publications program and outstanding performing arts department. These above acknowledgments did not include every senior, and we would be here until dawn listing every accomplishment. Each senior had a different individual journey, be it leadership, theater, lacrosse, mecha, AVID, debate, it doesn't matter. You all thrived and you all succeeded. I've known this class to be successful, and I know that your families are proud of you, your school is proud of you, and I am proud to have had this opportunity to work with such an exceptional class. I wish you the best in your future pursuits, and we all know you will be successful. Thank you, class of 2018. Now I am very pleased to be able to introduce to you Bailey Berquist, Senior Class President.
Wait, where is the... Okay. Wow, graduation in Oregon, am I right? All right. Good evening, family, friends, Tigard High faculty, and the class of 2018. As I stand here today giving a speech I've always dreamed of giving, I would like to talk about emotions, something I'm sure is present in all of us in this very moment. An emotion is defined as a natural, instinctive state of mind deriving from one's circumstances, mood, or relationship with others. In a world consumed of uncertainty, emotions are a constant that can be relied on to connect us all. Emotions fill our lives with happiness, whether we are watching the thespians in their performance of A Drowsy Chaperone, or as we are cheering on our football team under the Friday night lights. They fill our lives with a sense of mourning as we close the chapter on the 4 years we have spent at Tigard High School and walk out the doors to our future. Senior year for me was filled with many emotions, emotions that came with many struggles, but also emotions that came with many victories. As the graduating class of 2018, we are all connected by emotions we have faced during our 4 years at Tigard High School, as well as today as we collect our diplomas and turn our tassels. This tradition is accompanied by a feeling of accomplishment, an emotion that makes us look up at our families and say, I made it. All of these emotions of accomplishments came after the anticipation that has followed us through the entirety of our senior year. Anticipation is defined as the action of anticipating something, expectation, or prediction. Anticipation such as what college we'll be attending in the fall, who our prom date will be, where we will go to lunch today, or what will I miss if I don't go to class today, have all plagued our senior year. All of these anticipations are all formed by the fear of the unknown. The fear of, will I be proud of my plans for the fall? Will I have a prom date? Will I be happy with what I eat for lunch today? And will the importance of today's class reflect on my test grade? The unknown and the anticipation have ran how we have planned and reacted to obstacles and decisions. However, the anticipations of our futures have also grounded us here in the halls of Tigard High School and have motivated us to get to this very moment. Hillary Clinton once wrote, "It's important to get caught trying. You're never guaranteed success, but you are bound to try again and again and again." The phrase "get caught trying" will look different for each of us as we will be going to universities, trade school, military, gap year, workforce, and so on. My hope for the class of 2018 is that we get caught trying in whatever we have decided to do after high school. Get caught trying through your anticipations and your emotions. Get caught trying with a friend you haven't talked to in years but really miss. Get caught trying to make yourself better and know that while trying you may land upon a disappointment. However, a disappointment today may lead to success tomorrow. As I think about my own successes, it is important to think about the people who kept trying to help me get to where I wanted to go. So I'd like to take a minute to acknowledge those people. To my mom and my dad, I'd like to thank you for never giving up on me and my goals. Thank you for supporting my walkouts, sit-ins, and growth as a person, and for loving me through it all. To my two brothers, Austin and Parker, thank you for making me laugh even when that was the last thing I wanted to do, and for being my permanent bodyguards. To my best friends, thank you for the laughs that turned into stomach aches, the beach trips and late night drives that singing at the top of our lungs. I swear I wouldn't have gotten through these past 4 years without you guys. And lastly, to Colson and Mello. Colson, thank you for challenging me to think harder and critically. And Mello, thank you for teaching me to always be kind and to always be strong. To both of you, thank you. The world really needs more teachers like you. To the athletes, the thespians, the musicians and artists, tech team, club members, dancers, cheerleaders, and so on, I'm proud to be graduating with you in the class of 2018. Thank you. Okay, so before I leave the stage, seniors, I'd like to introduce our senior class gifts. So if you guys will all turn your attention to the side. Here's our new mascot costume.
Seniors, thank you for the entertaining gift. It is a long-standing tradition at Tigard High School for each senior class to select a staff member to speak at graduation. This year, the class of 2018 was daring enough to select Murray Carlisle.
Can I go to this one or no? Where? Okay. Go ahead. I gotta follow the tiger? That was, I fell. That's great. Okay. Good evening. Before I begin, Sam Pittman, please make sure your phone is out, or sorry, off and away. It's always out. Thanks. Bryn Zimber, you're welcome. I would like to start by thanking members of the school board, distinguished community members, friends and family of the graduates, and the esteemed THS faculty and staff for being in attendance tonight. Finally, class of 2018, I want to thank you for giving me the opportunity to address you this evening. I'd also like to recognize one more special guest in attendance tonight. That's Superintendent Ernie Brown. Sadly, this is Ernie's last Tigard High graduation since he's retiring from education after devoting 30 years of his life to the Tigard-Tualatin School District. Ernie started his career in the district in 1988 as a teacher at Fowler Middle School, and from there he rose from the teaching ranks into administration. Little known fact about Ernie: there were many instances during contract negotiations with the teachers union where Ernie had a reputation as a tough, no-nonsense negotiator who was always trying to get the best deal possible for the district. In fact, as soon as tonight's ceremony ends, Ernie will be putting those skills to good use in the service of our nation. And if you look underneath the scoreboard to my right, you'll see some gentlemen who'll be taking Ernie along with a crack team of fellow retiring educators, Charlotte Matheson, Chuck Leidy, and Alice Gailey, to board a plane with another famous retiree, former NBA All-Star Dennis Rodman, to fly directly to Singapore for some high-level national security talks. Best of luck with the negotiations, and most importantly, I hope you all enjoy your retirement. There's one more thing I need to address before I begin my speech, and it's this. I can't help but notice that the crowd size looks especially big tonight. As someone who's attended several THS graduations, it's obvious that this is the largest audience to ever witness a high school graduation, period, both in person and around the globe. Nice work, THS, friends and family. Give yourselves a round of applause. Thank you for doing that. Recently, as I show clips from the new Ken Burns documentary, The Vietnam War, to my U.S. history students, I was struck by an interview in the film with a person named John Musgrave. Mr. Musgrave enlisted in the Marine Corps just after his 17th birthday. In the documentary, he vividly summoned the fear and pain he experienced while serving in the Vietnam War. After 11 months of combat near the North Vietnamese border with the 1st Battalion 9th Marines Regiment, John Musgrave was shot by an enemy sniper and due to his injuries, returned home from the war, awarded with 3 Purple Hearts. As the documentary progresses, however, we see that the Marine who served his country in the Vietnam War has become an activist against the very war he fought in. Mr. Musgrave explained why he became an activist fighting to end the war in Vietnam. He said the following: "Yes, I was a Marine, but I was first and foremost a citizen of the United States of America. And being a citizen, I had certain responsibilities. The largest of those responsibilities is standing up to your government and saying no when it's doing something you think is not in this nation's interest. That is the most important job that every citizen has." United States history is full of examples of people like John Musgrave who believe that citizens have an obligation to petition the government for a redress of grievances. In 1942, Fred Korematsu refused to go to an internment camp and instead took his case all the way to the United States Supreme Court. In 1955, Rosa Parks refused to move to the back of the bus in Montgomery, Alabama. Dr. King once said, "Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere." We are caught in an inescapable network of mutuality, tied in a single garment of destiny. Whatever affects one directly affects us all indirectly. I believe the role of citizen requires active engagement from all of us, not only to address issues of injustice, but also being active members in our community. Being an actively engaged citizen means that instead of battling your way through the greasy grove or the haunted hills for hours on end, you instead educate yourself about public policy. Instead of isolating yourself in social media, you could actually talk face to face with your fellow citizens about the major issues of the day. One of the most fundamental actions that we can take as citizens is to vote. Active and engaged citizens could also serve our nation in the armed forces. Several graduates here tonight have committed themselves to that kind of active citizenship. In the class of 2018, there are also graduates who, based on their engagement in academics, student government, athletics, and service to others, shine as examples of citizens that we as a community can be proud of. I'm talking about student leaders like Laura McFall, Sierra Cruz, Allie Stroud, Laura and Carla Gonzalez-Pineda, Bailey Berquist, Anna Walker, Morgan Truer, Delana Lincoln, Kinsey Mitzel, Shannon Conroy, who all serve the greater THS community. Some of the aforementioned students are also part of a talented list of students who impressed me with their commitment to academic excellence in the classroom as well. Students like the Paytons, Cuffle and Ward, Caitlin Hughes, Charlotte Welch, Cam O'Brien, Josh Hancock, Kyle Martini, Mike Coloma, Nicole McKinney, Haley Mack, Annika Stolberg, Cody Tans, Abby Lamb, and so many others. The class of 2018 also has a strong list of student athletes as well. Some standouts include Gabby McGoy, Lauren Pavin, Skylar Holloway, Burke Albaugh, Joey Cavalli, and Braden Lindsay. In closing, I hope every graduate in the class of 2018 finds success in whatever path they travel down in life. I hope you all commit yourselves to be actively engaged citizens working to make our nation a place that is free and fair for everyone. And I'd like to leave you all with an inspirational quote from the 43rd President of the United States, George W. Bush, who imparted this wisdom to the class of 2005 at Yale University when he said the following: "To those of you who are graduating this evening with high honors, awards, and distinctions, I say well done. And I'd like to tell the C students, you too can be president." Good night and good luck, class of 2018. Thanks.
Thank you, Mr. Carlisle. At this time, I would like to introduce Ollie Medican, performing 7 Years by Lucas Graham.
Howdy. We're kind of just, we're waiting on the sound thing right now, so, yeah. Love you too, Mom! In case you guys didn't see, my face was on a sign that they were holding up. It was pretty great. Mom, show the sign! Yeah! Woo! All right, cool. We good?
years old, my mama told me, go make yourself some friends or you'll be lonely. Once I was 7 years old. It was a big, big world, but we thought we were bigger. Pushing each other to the limits, we were learning quicker. By 11, we just wanted to grow older quicker. Never rich, so we were out to make that steady figure. Once I was 11 years old, my daddy told me, go get yourself a wife or you'll be lonely. Once I was 11 years old. I always had that dream like my daddy before me. So I started writing songs and started writing stories. Something about that glory just always seemed to bore me, 'cause only those I really love will ever really know me. Once I was 20 years old, my story got told before the morning sun when life was lonely. Once I was 20 years old. I only see my goals, I don't believe in failure, 'cause I know the smallest voices, they can make it major. I got my boys with me, at least those in favor. And if we don't meet before I leave, I hope I see you later. Once I was 20 years old, my story got told. I was writing about everything I saw before me. Once I was 20 years old. Soon we'll be 30 years old. Our songs have been sold. We've traveled around the world and we're still roaming. Soon we'll be 30 years old. Still learning about life. My woman brought children for me, so I could sing them all my songs and I could tell the stories. Most of my boys are with me, some are still out seeking glory, and some I had to leave behind. My brother, I'm still sorry. Soon I'll be 60 years old. My daddy got 61. Remember life and then your life becomes a better one. I made a man so happy when I wrote a letter once. I hope my children come and visit once or twice a month. Soon I'll be 60 years old. My daddy got 61. Remember life and then your life becomes a better one. I made a man so happy when I wrote a letter once. Soon I'll be 60 years old. And I think the world is colder. And I have a lot of children who can warm me. Soon I'll be 60 years old. Once I was 7 years old, my mama told me, go make yourself some friends or you'll be lonely. Once I was 7 years old. Once I was 7 years old.
Absolutely beautiful, Ollie. It gives me great pleasure to recognize our valedictorians. Could the valedictorians tonight please stand? This year we have 26 valedictorians. These are students who went through all 4 years of high school studies and maintained a 4.0 GPA and took advanced level coursework in our honor school program. Through a selection process determined by the valedictorians themselves, 11 have elected to speak to you this evening. Please welcome our first valedictorian speaker, Joseph Cavalli.
Principal Van Fleet, members of the school board, teachers, parents, friends, and fellow graduates, it is an honor to speak to all of you today. Before I get into the main message of my speech, I want to dedicate this to my grandmother, Janet Latta. I love you so much, Grandma. I wish you were here today, but I know you're watching from above. I'm so grateful to be one of the many valedictorians to speak here today. My success in life and in school wouldn't have been possible without the hard work put in by my mother. Mom, you are one of the biggest supporters of my life, and I know that me leaving for college is going to be really hard for you, but know that I will miss you. Thank you to my friends, family, and Elena. You truly gave me your love and support, so thank you. Thank you to my grandpa, the man who's been my best friend. I'm going to miss being able to come to the canal and go to Mariners games with you this summer. I'm really going to miss calling you on Sundays and talking about baseball. And finally, I want to thank my father. You are the truly greatest inspiration in my life. Without you being my father, the whole dream about going to the Naval Academy would cease to exist. My drive to do well at the Naval Academy and beyond will come from living up and exceeding your success from being a United States Marine and a father. Again, thank you to everyone who has touched my life. Now that I have thanked everyone, I would like to reflect to one lesson I've learned throughout high school. A little over 12 years ago, I was 5, and I remember my first day of school. I remember being excited, walking in my kindergarten classroom with my Batman lunchbox in my hand. My parents were there with their cameras, snapping pictures and wishing me well. And that same day, I met my best friend, Manny. In some ways, not much has changed in 12 years. Here I am today. Okay, so I didn't bring my Batman lunchbox. But my parents are here with their camera, snapping pictures and wishing me well. And Manny, my best friend, is sitting right over there. But this is how things are different. 12 years ago, I was excited, but I had no idea about the implications of the journey I was about to begin. I had no idea that after first grade, there would be second grade and third grade and so on. I was just excited to be in first grade. Today, I know that I'm standing on the brink of my future, the first day of the rest of my life. We as graduating students cannot stand back and let the future take a hold of us. As a baseball connoisseur, I am inspired by the words of one of our greatest American baseball players, Yogi Berra. He said, "We won't let history define our future. Our actions will do the talking. Our determination will turn the doubters into believers." Some of us here today, including our parents, are wondering how our lives are going to turn out. It's okay to wonder, but I also think it's important to realize that our future is not just something that happens to us, it is up to us to create. So fellow graduates, I urge you today to embrace the opportunity before you. Take what you have learned throughout the last 12 years and put it to good use. Leave behind what isn't helpful. I'm leaving behind my Batman lunchbox. And bring forward with you the lessons that will be the working part of your greatest invention ever, your life. Congratulations, class of 2018, and go Navy, beat Army. And now I'd like to introduce Shannon Conroy.
Wrong one. Okay, put it in the wrong one. It's fine, this one. Although most of us will forget a good portion of what we have learned these past 4 years, I'd like to give you all a few things to remember as we move on past high school. Remember that even though you may not have received all of the grades that you had wanted, your success is measured by more than just test scores. Remember that Carlisle once spent an entire class period complaining about support chickens on airplanes. Remember that the connections that you have made at Tigard will last a lifetime. Remember that the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. Remember that although we may all have our differences, we all work together to get that unnecessarily difficult senior photo taken in the gym, so there's that. Remember to be easy on yourself and that your best effort is enough. Remember that Holtz once used the term Patagucci correctly in a sentence. And remember that once you leave this ceremony, the people that support you will not go away, no matter how many miles away you are. A quick thank you to the people who have challenged me to keep improving myself. Mom, Dad, Elise, I love you with all my heart and wouldn't be standing here today without you. And in the words of Elle Woods, we did it! I would now like to introduce Trevor Roboski and Shayna Soon.
Lake Oswego.
Railroad.
Down low.
Teaspoon.
That's it. The definition of science. That's all I've learned.
I don't know if you're here, Ison, but that one's for you. Everyone kind of all looks the same in these nun costumes and garbage bags.
I remember IP Math, see? And that those are the phases of mitosis, but I have no idea what the phases letters actually stand for, which is great for the science degree I'm going into.
We spent our nights at Ava's waiting for a table with a wall plug to clear.
And when we snagged that table, realized we left our laptop chargers at home.
We've made it through Shakespeare, even though I had no idea what any of it meant.
And we fell asleep while we were supposed to be taking video notes. Wait, fell. Fun fact, everyone, I had an F in English until about 2 weeks ago, so, whoops!
Anyways, we've listened to Holtz try and impersonate foreign psychologists using a paper towel roll as a baby and a power strip as a snake.
Hashtag just Holtz things!
We've graphed the sexiest sinusoidal functions possible and memorized African countries only to forget them immediately after taking the test. Some of us during the test.
We've truly done it all.
Look at us now, sitting here at graduation, waiting for this speech to end so we can all finally freaking graduate.
But before we do, we'd like to thank all the teachers, counselors, and mentors that have guided us to this point.
Thank you to our parents who have supported our endeavors and taxied us around before we had our licenses.
Thank you to everyone who has been there through the rough times and the good ones too. Our experiences and who we are today would not have been the same without you.
Perhaps the most important lesson to come from our experiences is how to listen and be empathetic. That might not have necessarily happened in the classroom, but navigating high school with pimple-filled faces and dealing with sleep deprivation nearly every day was a uniting factor for all of us.
We may not be proud of all the things we have done, but from our experiences, we grow and learn to be better human beings.
Some of us have walked out of class in support of the things we believe in, and some of us have turned to Twitter. But no matter what we believe, it's important to remember the danger of a single story. Shout out to Christy Lynn Latimer and Jody Lynn Mello. Again, nun costumes and trash bags.
Barricading ourselves under one perspective or limiting others from sharing their stories hurts our ability to empathize and learn. Don't be curly from of mice and men. Just saying. We should be open to listening and discussing things with other people face to face. Without empathy and understanding, we're no better than the mosquitoes I'm trying to avoid this summer.
As we leave high school, there's no doubt that we'll clash heads and butt heads with each other, oops. But conflict isn't necessarily bad, as long as we don't ignore the other side and shy away from dialogue.
We are the future and the world is in our hands. We have the ability to change the world for better or worse.
Please make it better.
That being said, mistakes are going to happen. We just have to take responsibility for them and improve.
We are off to exciting places and bright futures, but we must not forget what has shaped us into who we are today.
For the past 13 years, we have devoted ourselves towards academic success and developing our passions.
And now a new journey is about to begin with a whole new set of challenges, and we must apply our skills to the best of our ability.
Congratulations, class of 2018. Thank you.
And next, I'd like to welcome future pro golfer and famous chemist, Victoria Ann Gailey.
Hi, guys. Okay. Albert Einstein once said that education is what remains after one has forgotten what one has learned in school. 1 year after my mom, a business teacher here at Tigard High School, brought home a graduation program, I curiously looked through the pages. I was startled to see that one page was titled Valedictorias. My mom soon corrected me, and I learned that it's pronounced Valedictorian. Ever since that day, I wanted to be a valedictorian, mostly because at the time, I thought people named Victoria automatically became one. If only it was that easy. Even before kindergarten, I was excited to start school, and that excitement has only grown throughout the years. I attribute this to my mom and all the other amazing teachers and staff we have in the Tigard-Tualatin School District. As much as I loved school, earning straight A's wasn't easy for me. I wasn't in tag or even in the highest reading or math classes in elementary and middle school, but I simply loved to learn, so that's exactly what I did. Likewise, golf, my other passion, hasn't been easy either. Although my family introduced me to the sport at a young age, I didn't take it seriously until middle school, which set me back compared to the other young women golfers around the country with the same goals as myself. Golf is similar to school. You're constantly learning, constantly meeting influential mentors, and not many young people like it. My golf coach, Christopher Smith, asks me after every single golf match, win or lose, what did you learn? And it has helped me reflect on the experiences I have on the course and use it to improve my game. I now don't only ask myself this after golf tournaments, but after every test, assignment, or life experience. And I don't mean what did I actually learn, such as the ideal gas constant is 8.31 joules per mole Kelvin. Thanks, Massey, if you're here. I mean, what can I take from this so I can improve an area of my life? Though you may not love learning as much as I do, I encourage you all as you continue your post-high school journeys to ask yourself, what did I learn? I promise it will help you gain knowledge from both the successes and failures you'll face in the future. This is such an incredible class, and I'm very thankful to have spent the last 4+ years learning with everyone here today. Thank you. Please welcome Laura Gonzalez-Pineda.
Friends, peers, faculty, y familia. We started off school at the age of 5, feeling homesick as soon as we stepped into the classroom and nervous because we didn't know any of the strangers surrounding us. For me, I entered a world I did not understand, un mundo where my own cultura and language was not represented. A simple, may I go to the restroom or can I get some syrup for my pancakes, were simple phrases I had absolutely no idea how to say in English. This might seem small, but these challenges helped me grow. This new world I had entered were the building blocks of my experience as a student, a Mexican-American student, a Chicana. Going through my elementary and middle school education, I suppressed the part that most defined me. I did not speak my language, I would not talk about my beautiful Mexican culture, and I did not dare to bring my favorite Mexican dishes for lunch. In a way, I was scared of showing my true self. I was scared of being rejected for who I was. I never saw myself represented at school, and I kept the richest part of my character hidden inside of me. Entering high school, my whole world changed. I found myself through Mecha, a Chicano student organization focusing on cultural awareness, service to the community, and higher education. I cannot say how much this club has impacted me. We started cultural dances and celebrations in order to give a platform for other Chicano students to express themselves and feel represented. And through this whole journey was my twin sister, Carla. We did it. We have worked as a team for the last 3 years leading the Mecha Club, and I too cannot give enough thanks to Sue McGee, our former Mecha advisor who was there every step of the way. And Colson, I cannot forget about you. Thank you for motivating me to speak out about the issues important to me and helping me become a better leader. I could not be more proud standing here as a first-generation student graduating high school. I want to most importantly thank my hardworking parents who never stopped supporting me. Le doy gracias a mis padres, hoy estoy aquí por ustedes. No hay palabras que puedan describir la gratitud y el amor que les tengo. I thank them for all the sacrifices they have made in order for me to be standing here. Por sus sacrificios, hoy estoy aquí. They immigrated to this country in search of a better life and a better future for my sister and I. I cannot think of a greater sacrifice any parent could do. Today I walk this stage for them, and today I walk this stage for mi gente. And if I could leave a piece of advice for all of you as we're going our separate ways and embarking on this new journey, is to not be afraid to embrace your true essence. Show the world what you're all about. Thank you. And now I will introduce Ashley Davis and Sarah Presley.
I'm impressed with how many of us actually showed up, considering our great attendance record this year.
12,671 collective missed classes to be exact.
Let's go, Gers. As much as we pined over insightful cliches we could send you off into the sunset with, we soon came to realize that we're in no place to do such a thing because less than a week ago, I locked my keys in my car 4 days in a row and had to proceed to call Ashley to my rescue.
However, we would like to reflect on a few of the things we endured here at Tigard Tigard High School, and won't be missing, but overall forced us to connect with people we normally wouldn't. Parking.
And four corners, thanks to the freshmen.
The sweet smell of dissection week.
And if we're lucky, the sewage pipes burst the same week and create something truly incomparable. But there are some things that we will miss about Tigard, and we've come to the conclusion that the reason behind all of them are the people we were with and the relationships we created. After all, procrastination wouldn't be half as fun without the rest of your classmates in the same boat, and we're still awaiting a thank you from Ava's, Dutch, and Blackrock for our constant revenue.
And football games wouldn't have been the same without arriving 5 hours earlier for front row, only to have your spot stolen when you got to the bathroom. We are all in the same boat when it comes to a combination of nerves and excitement for what's to come. And this wouldn't be a grad speech without something cheesy and inspirational, so brace yourselves.
Each of us are leaving here slightly unprepared. Our skills include calling each other out of class, cramming hours before a final, and being terrible drivers, but somehow getting away with it.
Unless you're Rhiannon Martinez. Aside from these things, our class has done an amazing job raising our voices on issues we're passionate about. Moving forward, I hope our ambition continues for the things that matter most to us.
The point is, while each of us are slightly unprepared, so has everyone who graduated high school before us. Your legacy lies in the way you valued other people and the way they will remember you. Your worth lies in more than your accomplishments.
If you don't remember any of our words after tonight, at least remember those of the wise Michael Scott.
May your hats fly as high as your dreams.
We would now like to welcome Tristan Kelleher.
Hello. From its skateboarding English teachers to its state championship dance team, Tigard High School possesses many phenomenal people, activities, and qualities. Two qualities in particular made my time here life-changing: community and support. These qualities were exemplified by my experience with the debate team, and if asked to recount this activity, this is what I would say. First, I would explain my zeal for the program. As a freshman, a thriving and successful team transformed me, an adolescent primarily concerned with popularity, into a driven and intellectually curious student. The team taught me to advocate and to learn. I soon obtained the identity of the debate captain, despite its promise of social death. Just 1 year of interacting with our team forever augmented my self-esteem and academic performance, and I reflect on this experience as being one of the most influential periods of my life. Next, I would illustrate how our state championship team vanished at the end of my freshman year. Our nationally acclaimed coach left the school, and the veteran debaters graduated, leaving behind a small group of inexperienced but motivated students. I would recognize the college student and the retired teacher, both of whom attended every practice and tournament my sophomore year. With little training and lots of sacrifice, the temporary coaches volunteered to navigate the competitive and administrative tasks in order to keep the program alive until a coach was actually hired. I would expound on the teachers that aided the team despite their lack of association. An English teacher spent lunches helping me with research, a history teacher offered us his classroom to practice in, and a leadership teacher recruited promising students. Lastly, I would discuss the former debaters that would miss their college classes to come teach small groups of current debaters, drive hours to chaperone a tournament in Eugene, or hold practice rounds with students at the public library over winter and summer breaks. As I found support for my passion in every corner of the school and community, I constantly asked myself how I managed to stumble into such a rare network of selflessness and hardworking people. But as I talk to my peers now, I find that this communal effort isn't unique to debate. I discovered that the intersectionality and collaboration between different groups also work together to improve efforts in leadership, athletics, clubs, college preparation, fan clubs, the list went on and on. So, as you look onto the spectacular class sitting before you, know that its drive, character, and accomplishments are reflections of the Tigard community. Restlessly, with wide eyes, it becomes clear to me why I wouldn't want to have my high school experience any other way. Go Tigard, go Tig, and go Duke. And now I'd like to introduce Cody Tanz as our last speaker.
Graduation is most commonly seen as a cause for celebration, and rightfully so. We have spent years of our lives surviving school in hopes of one day graduating. Graduating is not an easy task, nor is it a given. It requires hard work, dedication, and good choices, all of which are rare for most teenagers. So, congratulations, class of 2018. This chapter of our lives has finally come to an end, and that is certainly a reason to celebrate. I believe graduation has an additional, deeper meaning. After tonight, we will be in control of our own destinies. No one will be able to tell us what we can and cannot do. We will have the greatest opportunity we can be given to chase our dreams and change the future. I've played sports all my life, and the best coaches all shared a common principle: never be satisfied. Coaches will always push their players to be the best, and athletes usually want to be the best too. It is easy for athletes who are talented to say, "I'm good enough," and stop working. Even though many of us might not be an athlete, there will be times throughout life where you might say, "Yeah, this is good enough." It would be very tempting to quit working and to just settle with what you have. I challenge all of you to not settle. I challenge all of you to continuously strive for excellence and better yourself every day. If there is one thing I've learned from Tigard High, it is that anything is possible. However, dreams take dedication, passion, and hard work to make a reality. It does not matter what scribbles might be on your report cards. What matters now is what you choose to do. Everyone is smart in their own way, and that unique smartness drives the future. Not everyone receives top scribbles in school, but everyone has the ability to achieve their dreams. This incredible class before me is extremely unique. Every one of us has our own story to tell and our own path to follow. I am fortunate enough to have made many friends over the years, some being completely polar opposites to others. I am grateful that this diversity has taught me the deeper importance of respect. We all have different thoughts, tastes, and perspectives, but no matter how different we may seem individually, we are all human, and we all deserve the same respect. We live in a time where truth, integrity, and respect seem to lose value every day. Some people determine facts by if they agree with it. Some people strongly disrespect others because they are different. Some people justify their arguments using opinions rather than facts. But we are at a crossroads, and our generation has a choice. We can continue to fight each other and watch the world crumble before us, or we can work together and build a peaceful world where we and the next generations may proudly call their home. Graduation may mark the end of our high school chapter, but it is only the end of the page. Just like life, the remaining pages are blank. Now, you have the chance to write your own story. Our generation has the opportunity to forge a very bright future, one story at a time. Thank you.
Thank you, valedictorian speakers. You may now return to your seats. School Board Member Maureen Wolf, it is my pleasure to recommend these students for a Tigard High School diploma and to welcome you to the podium to accept the class of 2018.
Thank you, Andy. So I want you all to know that it's a real honor to speak on behalf of the board. And I want you to know that I thought a lot about what I wanted to say. But here's the deal. You're wet, it's been raining, and what I really think you want to hear is your name called out on this stage. So without further delay, Principal Van Fleet, it is my deepest honor to accept the class of 2018. Congratulations, you guys.
Board Member Wolf, best speech ever. Seniors, it's the moment you, your family, and your friends have all been waiting for. The presentation of diplomas. We will begin with the presentation of diplomas to valedictorians. Front row, please stand. Patience. Okay. All right, 2018, let's do this. Kaylee, Lonnie, Bear. Ashley, Caitlin, Belden. Anna, Maylee, Billings. Joseph William Cavalli. Mason Amelia Chesler. Shannon Kate Conroy. Nathan Douglas Dank. Ashley Ann Davis. Victoria Ann Gailey. Laura Gonzalez Pineta. Mackenzie Lynn Henderson. Caitlin Aaron Hughes. James Tristan Kelleher. Peyton Douglas Cuffle. Derek Luke Leitherer. Malia Yasmin Lundstrom. Kyle Joseph Ray Martini. Sarah Marie Presley. Trevor James Roboski. Corlin Elizabeth Rieger. Shayna Siyu Ming Soon. Cody Connor Tans. Peyton J. Ward. Charlotte Ann Welch. Haley Elizabeth Zimney. Brant McLean Bridges. Dulene Harin Huang. Christina Xiaoping Li. Alessandra Josephine Stroud.
Bailey Marie Berquist.
Sage Noel Kosmala.
Chase Meredith Pettibone.
Tiffany Lynn Thomason.
Myra Patricia Favela Alcarez.
Vladimir Salas Moreno.
Kyler Patrick Agnes.
Jairo Abarca Lopez.
Roberto Abarca Cardenas.
Oliver Drake Brandt.
Aya Zayad Alani.
Burke Blaine Alba.
Maram Fadhil Al-Janabi.
Karam Jamal Alsgal.
Amanda Grace Amen.
Juan Ezekiel Ambriz Ibarra.
Michelle Lynn Anderson.
Jorge Manuel Andrade.
Ermina Woli Aneo.
Antonio Francisco Raqueno Angel.
Lindsay Rose Antonson.
Malia Leilani Filomena Ariano.
Annika Marie Arazala.
Ryan William Arpiainen Bacchus.
Jessica Arroyo.
Taya Renee Atkinson.
Leticia Bailon Huerta.
Dirk Danger Baker.
Connor William Baldez.
Trevor Ballin.
Erin Renee Baptiste.
Borna Amir Baradar.
Michael Gloria Barbas.
Matthew David Barbison.
Quinn David Beatty.
Ryan Lewis Barlow.
Amy Nicole Barnum.
Ashley Ruth Bardazal.
Alberto Basilico.
Roger James Bayard.
Jaden Maxine Basil.
Hunter Allen Beck.
Jacob Nicholas Beck.
Nolan Ray Beckwith.
Alyssa Renee Bedard.
Ricardo Antonio Bedoya Otero.
Eduardo Belmont Alvarado.
Alejandra Benítez.
Giselle Benítez Martínez.
Tony Bernal.
Benjamin Arthur Bigcraft.
Madison Michelle Bilodeau.
Emily Ann Berklin.
Malin Laura Elizabeth Blackwell.
Lillian May Boardman.
Luke Carl Boré.
David Patrick Bowen Jr.
Dylan Micah Brand.
Brendan Kyle Bray.
Alexandra Monet Briles.
Alexandra Nicole Britch.
Jocelyn Brito Trujillo.
Keller Milo Brown.
Jared Douglas Brumley.
Kareem Bukris.
Rustin Bungtak.
Jacob Dakota Campbell Harold.
James Jarrett Canfield.
Felix Adrián Cárdenas Limón.
Marian Cardosa Gutierrez.
Jan Morgan Carlson.
José Eduardo Carrasco Trujillo.
Yeah! Ariana Natalie Carrion.
Judith Castrejón González.
Amy Lynn Leaka Kasugai.
Aaron Kainalu Kasagay.
Alexander Ceja.
Lucas Rey Chavez.
Victoria Techman Chavez.
Allison Sharon Chin.
Nathaniel Urshan Chosa.
William Jeffrey Christensen.
Peyton Cheryl Beret Heinz.
Matias Ulf Clayton.
Sean Michael Dale Coloma.
Tiara Bautista Comstock.
Jordan Paige Conklin.
Nicholas Benjamin Barrett Cook.
Claire Elizabeth Cordell.
Alyssa Lynn Corrigan.
Robert Allen Casuno.
Edwin Damian Covarrubias Lendejas.
Darby Stevenson Cox.
Emma Rose Curley.
Devin Antonio Maurice Curtis.
Dylan Michael Davis.
Jane Elizabeth Davis.
Dioselina de la O Pastrana.
Austin Vincent Dean.
Humberto Delgado.
Brandon James Denny.
Teresa Han Doe.
Gabrielle Dimitra Domier.
Peter Joseph Doolin.
Sheila Dorantes Sanchez.
Carson Daniel Dover.
Derek Nathaniel Dreyer.
Gabrielle Lauren Duff McGoy.
Austin Joseph Dufour.
Suzanne Lynn Noel Duncan Wynn.
Isaiah Deshaun Lewis DePaun.
Carson Dale Dirtle.
Kendall Madison Dye.
Brianna Raquel Eaton.
Kyler Race Edmonds.
Alexander Christopher Endicott.
Caitlin Olivia Erickson.
Jason Michael Edinburger.
Michaela Nicole Ivola.
Marco Eduardo Favela Pureco.
Giovanni Falcón Villa.
Alan Manuel González Galeana. Daniel Alexander Fittis.
Jordan Taylor Farrell. Dylan McKinley Fieldhouse.
Brent Yukio Flores.
Thomas James Forsyth.
Devin Orion Frank.
Kaylee McKenna Franklin.
Cole Risley Franklin.
Emily Marie France.
Mesa Lynn Fredrickson.
Baby Aungame Fuko Fuka.
Corinne Braden Fullerton.
Gabrielle Rivera Galvez.
Skylar Aiden Gamble.
Georgia Leah Garaguso.
Edgar Colorado Garcia.
Naomi Leilani Garcia.
Ethan Howard Gazin.
Bailey Renee Gendy.
Stephen Lyle Geske II.
Brant James Getz.
Arnulfo Gonzalez Juarez.
Jose Esteban Gonzalez Jr.
Luis Angel Gonzalez Nieto.
Carla Gonzalez Pineda.
Spencer Cole Goodell.
David Gover Smith.
Hayden David Grawchek.
Justin Robert Graham.
Jonathan Tyler Grasser.
Scott Aaron Hickman.
Cole Allen Green.
Emma Rose Greisinger.
Jordan Alexander Grenley.
Madison Irene Groshong.
Caitlin Rose Hacker.
Madison Alora Haima.
Anissa Noel Hamilton.
Hannah Lee Hahn.
Tomas Hanok.
Joshua Cole Hancock.
Haley Jade Hansen.
Joshua Devin Harrington.
Kadesha Renee Rose Harris.
Reed Everett Harris.
Michael Sanford Heath.
Nicholas Emerson Heinke.
Austin Joseph Heinley.
Trinity Ann Hemingway.
Madison Nicole Henneth.
Brian Israel Hernandez Hernandez.
Cynthia Esmeralda Hernandez Rojas.
Luis Angel Hernandez Urbina.
Kale Daniel Herrera.
Riley Lauren Hill.
Morgan Summer Hilliard.
Samuel Harrison Holland.
Skylar Jacoby Holloway.
Salem James Hawley. Seth Charles Holman.
Kellen Elijah Horn.
Daniel Christian Howell.
Maritza Huesca Munoz.
Joseph Ryan Hungerford.
Janita Jen Iman.
Jacob Cruz Ibarra.
Austin Matthew Mwale.
Brianna Elone Rose Ingram.
Zitlali Jasmine Islas Aguilar.
Gabrielle Ann Louise Jackson.
Connor David Jacobson.
Jara Anta Jain.
Hannah Claire Jaden.
Amy Marissa Jensen.
Dakota Glenn Jensen.
Alexander Jimenez Romero.
Braden Edward Joel.
Miranda John.
Garrett Paul Johnson.
Jacob Daniel Jones.
Joshua Anthony Jones.
Monica Yolanda Juarez Vinale.
Melissa T. Jurdy.
Zura Julia.
Kamu Kamu Wela Keahu Davis.
Noah Ashland Kane Drake.
Edmund Kashi Jr.
Cody Kekama Mana Oi Kaika no Kawakao Pao Keolana.
Kenda Adeline Kennedy.
Caleb Matthew Rohith Kalhar.
Elizabeth Ann Kent.
Hannah Noel Kester.
Ethan Seong Kim.
Jakin Presley King.
James Tamoli Kenny.
Cameron Webster Kitchell.
Hunter Alexander Klein.
Cade Scott Kletzel.
Ashley Joel Coleman.
Colin James Coons.
Julian Kosam.
Sufasuda Krajabnajern.
Sierra Marie Cruz.
Abigail Chang Lamb.
Alexander Douglas Larson.
Vivian Yenny Lee.
Jacob Corey Levitt.
Christine Addisy Lee.
Braden Nathaniel Lindsay.
Alexander Leon Cardenas.
Cameron Ryan Lizinski.
Nathan Andrew Levenhagen.
Desiree Sierra Lewis.
Ian Timothy Lewis.
Delana Lois Lincoln.
Joseph Edmund Lindamood.
Juan Miguel Loera.
Natalia Lucas Morato.
Haley Kristen Mack.
Nathaniel Centanio Mallory.
Tracy Mandujano Chavelas.
Pooja Manjunith.
Rhiannon Faith Martinez.
Alexandro Martinez Iniegas.
Marissa Julian Martinez Matthews.
McKenna Matheson.
Haley Storm Mavromatis.
Jasmine Alextra Mayhew.
Cole Warren McAllister.
Lauren Elizabeth McFall.
Cameron Nicole McKinney.
Robert Joseph McNabb.
Kyra June Medjin.
Christopher Alexander Medina Campos.
Ali Jason Medakan. Michael Dante Memelo. Jenilyn Callista Mendoza.
Jesus Isaac Mendoza Martinez.
Soledad Mendoza Romera.
Grace Elaine Miraz.
Amanda Marie Mada.
Tatiana Estefany Mejangos Hernandez.
Ambrosia Ray McConan.
Emmett Hans Miller.
Grayson Patrick Miller.
Nathan Anthony Miller.
Nicholas James Miller.
Colton Michael Mitchell.
Kinsey Lee Mitzel.
Trevor Duane Moeller.
Lockheed Momotaro.
Alexa Renee Montio.
Tiffany Adina Moore.
Maxwell Robert Moxley.
Madeline Ariana Mee.
Joseph Donald Murchie.
Raymond Nella Jr.
Kauyui Wen.
Nicholas Palmer Niesner.
Anna May Nihill.
Christiana Marie North.
Cameron James O'Brien.
Ruben Ocampo Jr.
Cesar Ochoa Navarro.
Micah Joseph O'Donnell.
Amelia Dawn Olco.
Danixa Omedo Alvarez.
Lauren Brianne Olson.
Olivia Marie Olson.
Adrian Orozco.
Karen Melissa Ortega.
Kylie Ileana Ortigoza Gonzalez.
Dakota Jean Osborne.
Kayla Marie Osborne.
Lauren Carey Pavin.
Caitlin Leah Pedersen.
Elizabeth Pena Godinez.
Sandra Perez.
Isaiah Paris Peterson.
Soren Christian Peterson.
Nam An Pham.
Ethan Mitchell Phillips.
Jacob Allen Pike.
Matthew John Pike.
Brandon Pinzone Martinez.
Nicholas Aaron Pippin.
Samuel Bradley Pittman.
Hamilton Bernard Poole.
Marco Eugenio Predovic.
Holland William Pren.
Laura Lai Proc.
Jordan Craig Prunty.
Sean Thomas Quinn.
Michael Patrick Quintana.
Andres Alexis Radio Resendiz.
Noor Tawfiq Rahala Rabi.
Cora K. Rainwater.
Cheyenne Marie Ramey.
Ana Mariana Ramirez Hernandez.
Harsha Rabaprakash.
Hannah Nicole Ream.
Kelly Christine Reardon.
Tiffany Von Reiki.
Tiffany Marie Regier.
Kenna Shea Reed.
Jacob Daniel Reznikoff.
Nareda Reyes Chavez.
Elizabeth Reyes Geronimo.
Tracy Manduano Chavez.
Thomas Charles Rice.
Vanessa Reza Baltierra.
Jasmine Sahari Rios Mado.
Caroline Elizabeth Riggs.
Eric Fabian Robles.
Molly Ann Rivers.
Abel Jose Rodriguez.
Jared Anthony Roderick.
Arlo Ryan Rosetta.
Tatiana Brianna Rojas Quemolen.
Matthew Foster Rumbaugh.
Jacob Edwin Ruff.
Nicholas Alexander Rustigan.
Sarah Ann Rumbaugh.
Christian Arturo Salazar.
Sean Patrick Ryan.
Merlin Usili Samayoa.
Andres Valdez Salgado.
Luis Daniel Sanchez Mendez.
Gustavo Sanchez Figueroa.
Haley Joanna Schlachter.
JC Daniel Cannon Sotow.
Megan Elizabeth Shuck.
Emily Jewel Schneider.
Abigail Michelle Senda.
Keegan Foster Sellers.
Joseph Benjamin Seuferheld.
Wilbert Serrano Serna.
Summer Elizabeth Jean Shannon.
Mohammed Ahmed Shams.
Patricia Ann Shelley.
Allison Rose Shaw.
Alex Julian Silver.
Matthew John Sheridan. Evelina Skyrenko.
Morgan Grant Smith.
Spencer Cole Smith.
Daniel Shannon Smotkin.
Skylar Lewis Snook.
Carolyn Rose Soatman.
Laurel Rose Soderquist.
Yeremi Elizabeth Solis.
Isaiah Lee Spahan.
Tanner Daniel Spanu.
Sabrina Alexandra Spizak.
Simon Anthony Spizak.
Sophie Ann Spizak.
Dakota Ryan St. Dennis.
Jordan Blake Stapleman.
Madison Lenora Stewart.
Miranda Patricia Stalker.
Annika Lori Stolberg.
Jacob Joel Stolberg.
Melissa Ann Storr.
Leah Janae Stringer.
Darcy China Suda.
Haley Renee Sullivan.
Nicholas Alexander Sunberg.
Titan Thomas Sunberg.
Amberly Diana Sweet.
Carson Allen Taylor.
Siddharth Silas.
Leighton Usi Tai Tanavasa.
Anna Rose Thompson.
Isaiah Manuel Thompson.
Juan Jose Torres Figueroa.
Trenton Cook Tran.
Morgan Hope Truer.
Ricky Cook Trong.
Diego Daniel Ulloa.
Nicholas Charles Ung.
Fatima Unsueta Valdez.
Stacy Urbano.
Stephanie Urbano.
Nicholas Freeman Vader.
Joanna Valdez Guadarrama.
Miguel Angel Vergara.
Adriana Vidal Hernandez.
Enrique Carlos Villanueva Noyes.
Chaz Jordan Victoria Blewett.
Anna Lorene Walker.
Matthew Lang Washington.
Jaron Kyler Irvin West.
Kenna Mikkel West.
Avik Michael Wheeler.
Jaron Thomas White.
Emma May Whittle.
Hannah Medea Wilhoit.
Asia Mariah Wilkinson.
LaJean Monet McKenna Thomas.
Logan Michael Williams.
Thomas Dow Witham.
Miles Gregory Wineland.
Joshua Todd Tackett.
Henry Edward Winterborn.
Joel Trent Walter.
Jacob Tyler Winterborn.
Natalie Angela Wood.
Heather Elizabeth Wright.
Rebecca Nicole Wright.
Elliot Jeffrey Yake.
Katrina Yang.
Lucia Norma Yusum.
Nicole Anita Yusum.
Jasmine Zamakona.
Sean Fraser Zamudio.
Valeria Alexandra Zenzano.
Bryn Taylor Zimber.
Jessica Renee Zirkelbach.
Luis Fernando Zuniga Velasquez.
This is one awesome class. Alessandra Stroud, ASB President, and Bailey Berquist, Senior Class President, please rise and proceed to the speaker stands behind the graduates.
few last things. First of all, thank you for making the last few years as wonderful as they could be. Woo! Secondly, I wish you guys the best of luck and wherever you're heading next year, and may the force be with you.
So, seniors, class of 2018, remove your shower caps and turn your tassels from right to left.